Stop dressing like a dad on your first dates. Okay. Look, there's so many women in my building that are attractive and they're single. And they have told me about their dates. And one of the biggest turnoffs is when the man dresses like a dad. They don't mind dating single dads. But if you dress like a dad, ooh, you're pretty much toast. So in this video, I'm going to give you 7 style hats that will make women look at you twice. But stick around for number 5 because number 5 is going to blow your mind. All right, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Kane. I'm the Silver Bachelor. This channel is 100% dedicated to dating advice for older guys. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and a notification button because I'm dropping videos every week. All right, let's get into this video. And I've got quite a few things to cover. So, number 1, upgrade your fit. And you might be thinking, Silver Bachelor, like, duh, of course we need a good fit. Listen, most men get this wrong, and I'm going to give you some specific examples. First of all, you do not want to be walking around with baggy pants, right? I can think of a few politicians right now that have these huge baggy pants, straight-legged pants. It looks terrible. You want to wear like a slim fit pant, okay, that makes you look slimmer. You want to wear shirts that are slim fitting. Most of you guys can go down 1 to 2 sizes probably. Or what's worse is your shirt is too long or your blazer is too long. I'm a huge fan of British fashion. And when it comes to the blazer should basically end a little bit higher than your wrist so that you can show the cuff of your shirt. Don't ever walk out of the house or get the blazer tailored, your shirt tailored, because your shirts are tailored or blazers should not be going down to your knuckle ever. You wear anything baggy like that, like your little child that, got a hand-me-down from the uncle that said, hey, wear this to school. That's basically what you look like if your fit isn't on point. All right. Invest in better shoes. So in my first few dates, I always wear a sneaker. Usually it's a black sneaker or it's a white sneaker. I do not wear dress shoes. Just go to some of these latest fashion brands. Go check out their website. One of my favorite brands is Kurt Gregor. I wear this sneaker. Isn't it awesome? And I have this also in black, and I have another color for the sneaker. And one of the benefits, especially as a shorter guy, it gives you a 2-inch boost. Not that I'm self-conscious of that, but that is a benefit. And third is to ditch the dad belt. I know you guys are walking around with something like this, right? That is completely like, it's too small, looks like crap. And that's why in today's video, I am proud to be working with Anson Belt. Anson Belt is a family-owned business that's completely reinvented the way belts work. Traditional belts use holes that are about 1 inch spaced apart. Their belts have a micro-adjustable track system where the holes are 1/4 of an inch apart each hole. But let's be honest, most guys are wearing belts, right, that, like I showed you, that are totally not the right fit. This is why I like Anson so much. So I showed you my sneaker, right? And look at this. I have one of their belts. This is actually the belt set. I just took one out here, okay? And I got the white and the gold because it matches my sneaker. So that's pretty cool. But I'm going to quickly show you how this works. So basically, each belt comes in like a 56-inch length. So you put it around your waist first and you cut it to where the right length is. So for me, it's right here. And then all I simply do is put it in the back like that, right? Lock it in place so it's like this. Then this is the coolest part. Coolest part is when you put it into the track system and this. I love that. And then to just release it is simply just a release on the bottom like that. Simple, easy, and one of the best belts that you will ever have. So typically their belt set comes with 3 buckles and 2 straps. That's 6 unique belt combinations, which is already an amazing value. But because Anson Belt and Buckle is sponsoring this video, they're giving my viewers an even better deal. When you click on the link in the description or scan the QR code, you'll get 3 buckles and 3 straps. That's 9 belt combinations for the same price. And 2 sets completely free, essentially. So hit that link in the description, build your custom box set today, and level up your game with Anson Belt. All right, back to the video. So, level up your watch. I see so many of you guys on dates, or you're sitting there with women in a relationship on the date, and you're wearing a smartwatch. You probably, if you've seen my other videos, I am not a fan of smartwatches unless you're doing something, some kind of physical activity, exercise, or you're in emergency services. Other than that, You should not be wearing a smartwatch on your dates. They're also very distracting and they're garbage. They're just a piece of plastic. They're garbage. So I never wear anything like that on my dates. I always rock a mechanical watch. It doesn't have to be a monstrosity like this. By the way, I have a 19 and a half inch, excuse me, 19 and a half centimeter width of a wrist. I actually have a big wrist for the size of my frame. And so I can pull off a 53 mil watch like this. And I like big watches anyways, but this is mechanical. You can have a battery fine, but I like an actual mechanical watch that you wind up and wear on your dates. Women notice. All right. Number 5. So this is the one you've been waiting for. This is the thing that's going to blow your mind. And that is the psychology of color. Yep. We're going to get into this for a minute. So there's a book that I read, one of my favorite books, and it's called The Psychology of Influence. In this book, one of the things that blew my mind is the way that lawyers wear colors to influence a jury. And just a quick fact, did you know that if that lawyer wears a blue shirt, right, a blue shirt, of course there's 50 shades of blue, but like a nice kind of calming sky blue, basically, something like that, right? They wear a blue shirt. The jury finds that lawyer more friendly, more approachable, and most importantly, more trustworthy. So I encourage you guys to think about color when you're going on dates, okay? I usually, in my first few dates, I wear either black. Why do I wear black? Because black gives a more bad boy perception. They're like, wow. And women, as you probably know, are attracted to bad boy looking men. Yes, I'm clean cut and all that stuff. I don't have tattoos and all these things, but color can influence psychology. Within maybe the next date, maybe the third date, but within a couple dates, I'm also wearing blue because I want them to feel safe with me. Color is a real thing. If you're going out on your date and you're wearing some red shirt, be careful of that. Same thing if you're wearing a green shirt. They may go, oh man, this guy is he's a vegan, he's a dad because he has no style. Like, you see where I'm going with this? So just go to ChatGPT, ask ChatGPT, explain your body type, explain your skin color, and say, I've got this first date, and what do you think I should wear? And it's amazing how ChatGPT will give you an answer that complements the way you look, and that's very powerful psychology. All right, so that's number 5. Number 6, grooming. And again, if you haven't seen any of my videos, I'm going to cover this again because most of you guys got the grooming terrible. When I say terrible, I'm talking about eyebrows that are all over the place. I'm talking about, I see this all the time. I see men with hair sticking out of their nose. It's disgusting. I see men with hair sticking out of their ears. It's disgusting. I see men with long fingernails. That's disgusting. And then you wonder why a lot of women are not approaching you. They're not engaging, they're ghosting, or they're not liking you on dating apps. It's because of all these little things. That's why I encourage you to subscribe, keep watching these videos. Okay? Your beard should be trimmed. Like I trim, by the way, my hair and everything for these videos as an example. What more should you do if you're going on a date is my point. Okay? So moving along. Last one. Number 7 is adding a statement piece. Okay, I've spoken about peacocking in the past in my videos. And excuse me, this is an example. Okay, a statement piece can be like a huge watch like this. Fair. It could be a cowboy hat. I would caution you to not wear like a sequence blazer or a sequence shirt on your first date, but a signature piece can be fantastic. It can be a belt buckle if it's out, you can see it visibly. Cowboy hat, like I said. Maybe it's your sneakers. You've got like red, cool sneakers. Maybe you're rocking the new Nikes or something like this. So a statement piece is also very important and will help in your dating success. And at the end of the day, I want you guys to stop dressing like a dad. And trust me, your success in getting the next date will start to improve and you will have a lot more dates. But at the end of the day, like I said, all these pieces all have to come together. So Back to Anson Belt, like I said, if you want to check this out and what deals you can get with the company, check out the link in the description and you will get the 3-box set and you basically get one belt set for free. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.